Soundstrap.
Movie buffs. Once again, it's your boy Kier, and today I am going to be interviewing a couple of models and actors as well. Nice to meet you. So we have LaRon.
Yes.
And Nikisha.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you
Great
for having
having
us.
you. Oh, absolutely. So you guys are both models, actors. You work together, collaborate together, or?
So we did a lot of different things. First, we met at a fashion show. I believe it was Mario P Productions where we first met.
Yes, it was Mario's production.
It was a fashion show that was hosted in San Fran. Great production, by the way, fun time. But as far as going along with that question, we did some photo shoots prior together, and then we also did a lot of like venue events. So one of my other side things I do, I promote.
Okay.
So I promote for venues, it could be for the arena, festivals, and it's my job to bring fun people.
All right.
Nikisha here, not only she's a model, great personality, it's very fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I personally worked with the photo shoots and fashion shows with LaRon
Okay.
and social events and at Social, to be exact. That's
Sure.
a nightclub out over
Oh,
here.
yeah, down here in downtown Sacramento. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
So
no.
just good vibes, collaboration, professionalism. So we love working together.
Okay.
And have fun, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having fun. So for both of you, I mean, how long have you been acting and modeling?
Great question. So believe it or not, I'm like 6 months in, 5 months.
Okay.
I initially started the whole thing just to build my IG profile, look more presentable, you know, for the ladies. And then I got discovered through IG through some festivals I hosted, Aftershock, Soul Bloom, did some promos for them, and then they hit me up and I said, let's go for it.
Okay. Okay. And then how did you get involved in modeling, I guess?
I've always wanted to be a model since I was a child, and then for my Sweet 16, my mom actually gifted me a photo shoot.
Okay.
And so since then it kind of flourished. Took a little bit of a break, moved back to Sacramento after like coastal route, you know, and been modeling for like a year and a half consistently now.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
that's how it got
She's
to
really
it.
good, by the way. I'm learning from her.
Now, as far as, and I'll get back to the modeling, but as far as like acting, have you been in some projects here locally or some movies or?
Yes, actually, we just did a short film I just did a short film with Zacchaeus the Great and with Dope the Mixed Girl. You can follow them on YouTube or IG. They're pretty big. It's called The Whistle.
The Whistle?
The Whistle.
Okay.
So it's basically a parody of what it like back in those era back when, you know, unfortunately when we didn't have the rights that we have today, you know, being African Americans.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was one of the, have you ever heard of the Boondocks?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I was technically Uncle Ruckus
Okay.
to a degree. So I don't think I nailed it, but watch it, you'll see. You'll see. You guys can judge that.
All right. Okay. And then you've done some acting as well then? Or?
I've recently joined in acting, probably the past 6 months. I'm in a small web series. It's not out yet, so I can't really disclose anything.
Okay.
And we're still filming, so once it's out, I'll definitely like have it on my Instagram. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And it's filming here in Sacramento?
Yes, in like the Rosemont, like the north area.
Okay.
For sure, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And when do you plan on having that all wrapped up or?
I'm just one of the actresses.
You're not involved in the,
I'm not part of the production or the timeline of it, but
Right.
once I find out, I'll definitely get back to you on that. Hopefully, if I'm back here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I know we, you know, because we're obviously a movie show as well. I know I saw you do something on, I think on Instagram for like a Kill Bill or something of that nature. What? Can
Exactly.
you kind of go into a little bit of that or?
So yeah, it started off how did it start it? So basically I met this girl, not a romance story by the way, but I met this girl at, I think it was a dance studio, but she kind of looked like Uma Thurman, if I pronounced that correctly. Basically Beatrice from Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And so we've been friends for a long time. We always talked about, you know, Kill Bill, and like, oh, I want to do photo shoots, Lorana. And so after connecting the dots, meeting some photographers, finding the studio. She was in it, by the way. She did
Yeah, I was
a
good
great
to
job.
her ass be involved in that
Yes,
project.
it was.
Okay,
She was
great.
the cool one, you know, with the moves and everything. You'll see. under just_ice_008.
Got your martial arts and everything going?
I had a stick. I had a cane, and it had like I want to say a lion or a panther on it, and that was my cane the entire shoot. Like, I did not let anyone else touch it. I was like, that is my cane, okay? I know how to work it. Like, I had a suit on. I was like, I'm gonna be one of those cool guys in the back, and we made it work.
Too much heat. But to finish the question, to answer that, so basically, as I got into the creative mindset, gathering the right people, gathering the best photographers, probably one of my favorite videographers there, and then, yeah, I think I had maybe 40 people. Yeah, 40 people. And
yeah, it looked like a big group.
It was a big group.
Very big group.
And what was the shoot? What was it for? Is it for some sort of project that they're doing, or are they just using it for their own?
Actually, it was mainly inspired by me.
Okay.
Just because I like creating things.
Okay.
And I think we talked about it a little bit before. So as I mentioned, Sacramento has a lot of talent.
Yeah, right.
A lot of talent. And so it was basically also to showcase the talented individuals of what they can do, where they're posing, how they move with the weapon, with the sword, acting skills. So once you guys follow me on just_ice_008, you'll see more of the photo shoots, more of the video, the skits. It's a lot of content.
Okay. And how was your experience with it?
I enjoyed myself the whole time.
You better.
No, I'm for real.
You can be honest.
I am so honest, 100% honest. I enjoyed it so much. It was so fun to see all the different creatives we have, and I found new qualities on a model that I model with, and she's also a photographer, Hamey. I never knew she knew martial arts, and she was teaching me stuff. I was like, okay, girl, show me your moves then. Get me into character. And it was a great time to see all of us just join in, all of these creative individuals and talented individuals just come in because Laurent invited us and create that vision that he had for that shoot. So it was beautiful to see all come through.
Absolutely.
It was amazing.
So going back to you, Laurent. So obviously the acting and modeling. What are your long-term goals? What are you hoping to do?
So my long-term goal, I'm about to say girls. My long-term goals, basically, ideally, I just want to elevate Sacramento. I mentioned this many times before. We don't need to go to San Fran, Miami, New York, LA. We literally have a hub of producers, directors, models, photographers, studios, sets. We could do it all here. So we could get to the point where we could just elevate ourselves and not have to move somewhere far away, spend who knows how much money in rent.
Absolutely.
And everything, gotta live off that top ramen and just hope you get that one gig. We already did that in college, so if I do it again.
Right.
But I understand we gotta go through the grind and the hustle. But ideally my main goal is to elevate Sacramento to the point where producers, artists, models, photographers, videographers, even at the arena itself, we all get a helping hand of getting paid and elevating ourselves.
That's a great goal. That's kind of the vision that we have here with Sacktown Movie Buffs Television. So, we want to bring in more people and talent and things of this nature just to kind of showcase and spotlight, local talent here in the area and uplift. So, no, that's great. That's a great way to be for sure. Mm-hmm. How about for yourself? What is your future goals as far as the modeling and the acting goes?
My first step is definitely to be the face of SAC. Always got to start local in your community. From there, build on, eventually be on Vogue, be in Milan Fashion Week, make it big, just like the well-known models, as Kendall Jenner and Bella Hadid, and be on the same platform as them eventually. So right now, I'm building that way up to being a face of SAC, and I'm very grateful for that.
Vogue, if you're watching, sign her.
And going with that, how has that been so far? Trying to book gigs and get into spots and things of that nature. Have you found any difficulty here in Sacramento, or because I know a lot of I've talked to other actors and models and things of this nature, and a lot of them have been going towards the Bay Area and things of that nature. So I just trying to get a breakdown, and either one of you guys or both could answer that.
Yeah, I'll do my part first, and I'll transition back to her. So with me, I'm kind of the exception to the rule. So only been in the modeling and the acting and this whole other side of the industry maybe for 5 to 6 months. However, quote me if I'm wrong, you guys, I have great charisma skills, and so it's really easy for me to network / meet somebody, be their best friend, and then connect the dots to make something happen. And so what I noticed a lot of the time, there's no offense to anybody, but just from perception here, that sometimes you can do a gig, or maybe you set up something. It could be even a staff, just setting up the cameras. but you don't talk to the director or you don't talk to the camera person, you're missing out on other opportunities to network.
Absolutely. No, I agree 100%.
And then also because I do a lot of the festivals and the promotions, so I'm kind of used to it at the same time. So I was able to use that aspect and elevate that.
Okay.
And Nikki go to her part.
It's honestly, it's all about connections. It's all about how you communicate yourself. You are your best advocate. So besides modeling, I work with children. So that made me understand it in a different perspective. Like, I work with special needs children, so I have to advocate for them, which also means, okay, why don't I take this skill, advocate for myself, and sell myself wherever I go.
Right.
So whenever I'm at a shoot, so I have to do a lot of like trade work. So like the photographer gets the pictures and they use me for work without paying, which was okay. And it's still a struggle now because Sacramento's still up and coming.
Right.
So traveling to the Bay, traveling to LA, traveling to Seattle occasionally, like, was definitely something I had to keep in mind and had to do to eventually get my books out there and my like network out there. And
that's what you're doing now? You've been traveling to all these various cities, or is that like something you plan on doing?
I actually have been for the past year. I've been traveling a lot to the Bay Area. I've traveled to LA, Seattle. I haven't been yet, but that is definitely in the works currently. So I'll be going and taking some photo shoots over there and eventually getting wherever it needs to be. And just meeting the SAC individuals that are elevated well. So I've been on like 2 front covers so far because of a Bay Area photographer and a SAC photographer. I've made auditions to Playboy for the same reasons, because I've connected well with people by talking and by just, sharing personal experiences, or just be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, like, if you like my look, I'm willing to work with you however you want to work. Let's break it down. How do you want to work? How do I want to work? Let's make a happy medium and just go from there.
And to piggyback that, not to cut you off, apologize for that. My dad has been saying this for the longest time. I kind of use it as almost like one of my top 10 aspects of life. A closed mouth don't get fed. Mm-hmm. That's for anything. You want a raise, you want a new car,
Yeah, you got to put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, networking is key, especially in a small community like Sacramento. You got to have the networks, you got to know people, you got to collaborate. How has that been for both of you, for just the networking and collaborations just with local individuals and different talents and working with other groups and things of that nature?
Easy for me. Though I will say this, as a male model, for guys probably might be a little bit more harder because girls sell. Like, look at her. Got the smile, everything, got the look, the poses. So everybody wants her. With me, it's more like, okay, how can I, instead of going 100%, go 200%? And so after I start, I guess, the correct term I want to say, showing my IG profile, it looks interesting. And so when I talk to people through the DMs or I get emails, or mainly a lot of times I reach out, I show them like, hey, this is what I do.
Right.
Here I directed, the Kill Bill shoot. Here's some of the girls I work with.
Right.
Here's some of the photographers I work with. If you want to get connected to them, talk to me. Absolutely. And so as a guy, we kind of like gotta figure out
different ways. You gotta,
different values.
You gotta find different ways for sure.
Personally, I just talk a lot, and so that's helped me. That's helped me get my connections and create bonds with people. Unfortunately, there's something called jealousy, and that doesn't go very well with me. So like, if I step in a room and I just feel those like awkward stares, like I tend to stay with the group of people I know there, or the group of people that make me feel comfortable. So definitely just making sure you like filter out the negativity and see the good vibes and just connect from there. So really just hopefully there's more good people than bad people in this community.
I feel like there is. No, it's all great stuff. Well, I thank you guys both for being on the show. You're obviously more than welcome to come back again. Definitely we'll be catching up with both of you and finding out where things are going with your future plans and endeavors. We'd love to have you guys back on and see kind of how things are working out for the Sacramento market for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. And we'll be back again with another show for you guys.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.